Instead of the Gordy list, it's the Cena list. God, I should have saved that joke for the show. Damn it.
Yeah, that got me good.
That was good.
That got me good.
I might plug that in the top of the hour, you know?
Fucking blew it.
Yeah.
You are now tuned in to your #1 radio station. Violent people. Radio.
Welcome to Violent People Radio, episode 24, special Halloween edition. We're fangin' and bangin'. Chris, are you fangin' or are you bangin'?
I'm fangin' and bangin'.
Ooh, boy. Pat?
Well, you know what they say about life. Either you fang or you bang.
That's what they say. Sam?
Always banging.
Always bangin'. I think we need to just... I mean, we could do the banter bullshit, but I think we all want to talk about Gangrel. It's Halloween. First, I guess say, who has Halloween plans?
My parents are in town, so I'm gonna get lunch with my parents on Halloween.
I don't know that is Halloween plans. I guess technically it is.
And then I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna watch some horror movies.
Okay, alright. Pat, what about you?
I'm going to turn the lights off and try not to move near the windows.
Okay, alright.
Hell yeah.
Sam, do you guys give out candy?
No Halloween. No Halloween plans, just giving out candy. Got some Sour Patch Kids for the neighborhood.
Okay, alright. I've Googled your house. I know you got a nice neighborhood there. Give out some candy.
Got some nice circulation of children here.
So,
have you had Halloween at that house? How long have you been there?
Yeah, we had one Halloween.
Okay, the second one. Right.
Middle October last year.
Okay.
But
so you guys are in proper neighborhoods where they do trick-or-treating on Halloween.
I am, but my particular street doesn't really do it, and I'm going to be out trick-or-treating with my niece and her friends, so no candy be given away at my house.
Because our neighborhood apparently did it on Sunday during the Packers game, which is very funny.
What's going on there? Why would they do that?
Yeah, 1 p.m. on a Sunday.
1 p.m.?
What are they doing?
No idea.
Now we do like the trunk or treats, and then the mall does something, and the churches do something. But like trick or treating proper is on Halloween here, unless there's some weather problem.
Nope, it was on Sunday at 1.
That's wild.
Woke nonsense.
Yeah, that is. The liberals have already won. Alright, well, I wonder, how should we do this? Should we start with people who have watched wrestling that isn't Gangrel, or get right into the Gangrel people?
I think we start with Gangrel. We
Alright.
can talk about whatever fucking other bullshit we want to.
Alright, Chris. What Gangrel have you been watching?
So I watched 4 Gangrel matches.
Big.
I decided I was just going to search the word Gangrel on IWTV.
Oh, I like that.
And see what it brought me. And the first thing it brought me was a main event from everyone's favorite promotion, Alpha One Wrestling. Shout out to All Ego Ethan Page. And it gave me the main event from Alpha One Immortal Kombat 6, May 27th, 2018. Ricky Shane Page versus Gangrel for the A1 Alpha Male title.
Oh, that was 6? I thought that might have been 7. I couldn't remember.
It was 6.
Okay, yeah. All right.
And it's awesome to see like middle-aged 50-year-old Gangrel do everything better in a match than Ricky Shane Page. That's really my only thoughts on the match. Ricky Shane Page is so bad.
And this is Ricky Shane Page 6 years ago.
Has Ricky Shane Page ever been good?
He has had good matches.
Yeah, that's not the question, though. That's not the question.
Would you describe him during the Gage feud as good?
Anyone here? No.
It's hard to say yes to that. The feud is good.
Would you say he's a good person?
Like all wrestlers, yes.
Okay. He's very excited about the WWE ID card.
Okay, someone link me to that. I really need to hear about everyone's opinions about this Gabe Sapolsky of all his back.
I hope they sign Ricky Shane Page. I really, truly do.
If Ricky Shane Page,
Ricky's gonna run around these territories, I can just feel it in my bones.
But he doesn't. He doesn't train with an approved.
I hope
school.
he ends up being like the Robbie Brookside or the Norman Smiley of this whole.
Well, I'm pretty sure he currently has a school, or at least very recently did. So it's very funny for him to not.
Those poor students.
He just has to get accreditation, you know?
Yeah, you just gotta talk to Gabe.
Easy.
Googling Ricky Shane Page wrestling school and seeing how much this one costs me.
The only guy I can think that he's trained is I know he trained Zach Thomas, but that was, a decade ago or something. But I thought he had a school with his little Patreon wrestling promotion, but I could be wrong about that. But it's very funny to not be one of the, approved schools and still be all about it. It's like, yes, those companies are better than me.
Wait, who are the approved schools?
It's like Seth Rollins' school, Rikishi's school, Booker T's school, the Nightmare Factory. All like WWE.
It's like all the schools that already were sort of acting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't really, doesn't really changed much.
Should we have said at all, at any point during this 5-minute discussion, what the hell we're talking about? Or do you think everyone is up to speed?
Anyone who listens to Violent People Radio has already been on Twitter all week.
I gotta imagine our listeners are terminally online.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
I also don't really know how to describe it.
Yeah, it's like you can be an officially approved WWE indie talent working at, like, training at one of these schools. You're not signed. Maybe they will, like, do behind-the-scenes videos about your training and cover some of your training expenses. But you're not signed.
And Ricky Shane Page sees this news and says, "You don't know how badly the indies needed this. This is awesome."
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what he posted about it.
And Gabe is in charge. And that's a great sign.
Gabe, who famously loves Ricky Shane Page.
Maybe he's trying to get Clash Wrestling, get at the Performance Center rub.
Oh, the Bloodline versus 440?
Oh, yes, please.
Maybe he sees Alice Crowley as like the Great White Hope for 440 to NXT.
I mean, it probably not anyone else.
Yeah, I was gonna say because fucking Kogars aren't going there.
I would love for it to be Otis Kogar, but probably not. But if Joe Gacy can make it,
Otis Kogar had a couple Gangrel matches. I didn't get around to watching them. Surprised that there were multiple Gangrel versus Otis Kogar.
But yeah, to my point, Gangrel versus Ricky Shane Page, bad match.
Better people.
But
Bad match, better people.
That's the next Clash Wrestling event. Clash Wrestling, bad wrestling, better people.
Oh man.
So I decided to watch another match on this great subscription service from the Superstars of Wrestling Federation, Mega Slam, April 13th, 2019. Gangrel versus another legend. Gangrel versus Tommy Dreamer.
Oh, that's good stuff right there. That's good stuff.
Yeah, they're I think it was their only second singles match of their career. First time since ECW that they had stepped foot in the ring in a singles match. So, really historic stuff. And shocking it was not in a House of Hardcore ring. Like how did Tommy not book this himself like 3 years prior? Probably couldn't afford Gangrel.
No, Gangrel worked for House of Hardcore a couple. I don't think he faced Dreamer, but he was on some of the early House of Hardcore shows.
Damn, what's this could have been Feud of the Indies. But yeah, I mean, if you want to see like kind of like decent Gangrel versus very washed up Tommy Dreamer, this is your match.
I feel like we had a big oversight. Gangrel versus Ricochet and Page, fangin or bangin?
I'd say that one was fangin. This match also fangin.
2 fangins in a row. Okay.
Do we want to people
the
why it's
listeners?
fangin?
I mean, if you want to hold their hands and spoon feed them, go ahead.
Pat, can you please break it down for us?
All right, so we are rating our Gangrel matches this week on a scale of they are either fangin, which is to say they bite and are bad, or they are bangin, which is to say they fuck and are good.
He gets it. There we go.
And if you need more explanation than that, I can't help.
Okay, Chris, let's say I only have time for one match, and I have to pick between the Tommy Dreamer match or the Ricochet and Page match. What do I do?
Instead, you watch not even the Masada Gangrel match that I watched, an Extreme Rules match from Circle 6.
Oh shit, that rules.
Which was almost banging.
Almost banging.
But you watch from Dreamwave, The Fight Before Christmas, December 7th, 2013. I'm going to tell you about this match. So you've got the Beck family of Bucky Collins, Cousin Dixie, and Mason Beck. And they are facing off against Gangrel and Luther, who I don't believe is that Luther, but it's impossible to tell for sure because he is wearing a mask. So it could be Dr. Luther. Could be Deathmatch legend Dr. Luther, because he's wearing a mask. You can't tell me for certain it's not. I like to think it is. And so the first portion of the match, you're wondering, who is the sixth man? Who is the sixth man that's going to come out in LaSalle, Illinois, Knights of Columbus Hall to help out Gangrel and Luther? The lights go out. There's a big pop. And who could it be other than Violent People radio legend, Yabo the Clown?
You swear to God that they turned the lights off and revealed Yabo the Clown?
I swear to God.
That's amazing.
This was Yabo the Clown. This match followed up Prince Mustafa Ali versus Chris Hero. And the story of the match is Yabo the Clown apparently has history. They said on commentary he has history with all of these people in the ring except Gangrel. But for some reason, he's just fucking with Gangrel the entire time. And he's like constantly, he will only tag Luther back in the match. And it's pissing Gangrel off. And he's fucking with Gangrel the entire time. And he's doing clown shit. And at one point in the match, Yabo the Clown tags himself back in, making him the legal man. But Gangrel throws him out of the ring, and you're like, alright, is Yabo the Clown getting, like, is he out of the match? Is Gangrel still the legal man? Yabo the Clown is, like, messing, like, he eventually comes back and throws popcorn in the face of Gangrel. The match is still going, so I guess he's the legal man, and he gets rolled up after he gets popcorn in the face and he loses. And that's the match, and that's fangin' and bangin'.
It sounds a little banging, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, surprise Yabo the Clown, that's banging. That's always gonna get a banging for me.
That's second from the top on that show, too.
Yeah, like I said, right after the Prince Mustafa Ali versus Chris Hero match.
Now you glossed over the Masada versus Gangrel match, and I pulled it up here, and I don't know anything about the match, but I know the match that follows that was Bloodline versus 440, like the prequel, Jacob Fatu versus Ricochet and Page. So like we're working on something there.
Oh yeah,
magic is happening. Okay, did you watch any other Gangrel matches?
Those were the four I watched.
Those were the four? All right. Pat, I know that you, I think, exclusively watched Gangrel matches.
Yeah, as far as full matches go, it was just Gangrel all the way down. So I wanted to see Gangrel right. I should say our condition for this was that we wouldn't watch WWF Gang. Because then it's just too easy to just pull up, like, Gangrel versus Midian from Jack, Gangrel versus Ken Shamrock or whatever. So our one rule was he had to be out on his own on the indies. Which maybe that was a mistake, because I don't know. I started off on October 22nd, 2001, WWA Inception pay-per-view. Vampire Warrior versus Luna Vachon in a black wedding match. Let me walk you guys through this match. So, Gangrel and Luna Vachon were married. Jerry Lawler on commentary.
Oh my God!
Makes a big deal of how. Can you believe these freaks got married on Halloween? As if that was the most insane thing he's ever heard. The ring is littered with plunder, and the match starts off. Luna grabs, I think, tongs, like salad tongs, and just grabs Gangrel's nuts with it. Then she picks up a pumpkin and also hits him in the nuts with that. Then she tries to roll him up, doesn't work, so she bashes him in the head with a cookie sheet 5 or 6 times. And then he just goes, fuck this, and gives her the Impaler DDT and pins her in a 2-minute long match that was on pay-per-view.
My audible oh God was that my brain had done this nice thing of erasing that match. And then when she started talking about it, I realized I've seen that match. I think Luna throws the wedding ring at him, right?
Oh, yes.
That is what sets him off.
After the failed roll-up, she takes off her wedding ring and chucks it out.
And now he's had enough. Yeah, I remember that match.
That's what motivates him to Hulk up and DDT his wife.
Because if your wife takes her ring off, you can hit her.
Yeah,
that's just wrestling rules.
Yeah, if you think she's going to be leaving you.
I still have no idea why. It must have taken them longer to get the plunder out for the match and clean up the plunder afterwards than the match actually took. So this is fangin all the way.
Wow, love it.
Next match, I went to New Jersey in the Phoenix Championship Wrestling, which was owned by Nova's brother. And at Jersey City Catholic High School or wherever it was, on the May 18th, 2002 Phoenix Championship Wrestling show, there was a heavyweight title defense of The Wall defending against Gangrel. And I mean, just a fucking stinker of a match. You know, The Wall shows up and he's in shape, but he doesn't, you know, it's like he looks like he just kind of rolled in from the bar. And Gangrel is, you know, not looking his greatest either. The Wall has control for the first half of the match, and that's just, he's one of those guys where he does a thing, and then you can visibly see him standing there trying to figure out his cue for the next thing that they're both whiffing moves. It just kind of ends with a power slam after 5 or 6 minutes. Fangin, I was hoping that this would be some kind of like Segunda Caída style, like, oh wow, this makes me reappreciate, you know, Gangrel or The Wall. And it just made me go, no, maybe, you know, Scott Keith was right about these guys.
Now, I'm following along as I always do on Cage Match. And here's a little tidbit about this match. It went on second, even though it's a heavyweight title match, because Gangrel had to cross state lines to show up for a USA Pro show and face Balls Mahoney, which that feels like the match to watch from that day.
Yeah, I fucked up there. But in the spirit of facing Balls Mahoney, I then fast-forwarded 20 years to June 4th, 2021. Hybrid Wrestling Roll of the Dice. Gangrel versus G. Raver. And with Nick Gage on commentary. And I gotta say, Nick Gage on commentary really livened the match up, because for the most part, it was just kind of a generic indie wrestling brawl. But Nick Gage would be like actively criticizing both guys, or, you know, pointing out how, you know, G. Raver rushes at Gangrel with a double axe handle at one point and gets punched in the mouth. And Gage is on commentary saying stuff like, oh, well, yeah, of course it's going to happen. You come at someone with a double axe handle. So he was a voice of reason in a match between a vampire and a tattooed junkie. And I appreciated that. The match itself almost got to banging level. Almost. It just never kind of kicked into gear. But if you want to see Gangrel punch G. Raver a lot, it's the match.
Half bad.
Yeah, it's, you know, so, Gangrel clearly knows how to like throw worked punches and do, you know, elbow drops that look like they're actually hitting and stuff like that. And G. Raver gets in his token offense, which consists of stabbing Gangrel in the head. You know, it's not like, you can't really recommend it in the terms of how you would normally recommend a G. Raver match, which is, you know, G. Raver does something stupid and nearly kills himself. But, you know, him being forced to work in like a early 2000s indie wrestler style, and by that I mean, like, you know, the big guys as opposed to the guys who were throwing themselves around like G. Raver does. You know, it was all right. Mm-hmm. I wish I had. There's a fucking. I didn't notice it until like an hour or two ago, but there's a fucking Gangrel versus Ella Park match that I wish I had.
All right, Sam. I need you to save us. What Gangrel did you watch?
All right, so let's start off with the first match I watched, which was Vader Gangrel and Brutal Bob Evans versus Ring of Honor's Congo, Frankie Vane, and Jimmy Malonis from Top Rope Promotions, August 28th, 2016. I also did what Pat did, and I hit Chris did and hit the IWTV.
So this is, I think, after Vader has died.
That feels incorrect. But Vader might have been dead when he was working this match because he is pretty immobile here.
Every 2016 Vader match I've ever seen is like, oh, I think they somehow brought him to the ring post mortem.
Yeah, he looks not well. Not well. His tank top is up to the top of his belly throughout the match. He's obviously wearing his sweatpants. Not great. Gangrel is the best worker in the match. Easy. Gangrel is good. Also, just to note, because I was confused at first and thought, I thought Jimmy Malonis was Brian Malonis. Not correct. They are brothers. That's a tag team from early days.
Fucking wrestling dynasty right there.
A wrestling dynasty, truly. Looks very similar, aka fat as all get out. Personally, love the look. Congo, does anyone else remember Congo?
This is not Congo Kong.
This is not Congo Kong. They were both... Congo Kong was the indie darling. Congo was less so, but also was like, you know what? He might be pretty sick. But
I do not remember Congo.
That's during the time I wasn't watching Ring of Honor. For the most part.
Disrespectful. Looks generic as all hell, but also sick. He's big. Anyway, match.
Oh, I'm looking at a photo. This guy looks in.
Yeah, it's great. Very much a fangin, not a bangin match, unfortunately. Gangrel can only do so much. Frankie Vane, one of the silliest looking individuals I've ever seen. Wouldn't recommend watching this necessarily. Gangrel, though, good pro wrestler. A match I would recommend you folks watching at home is Gangrel versus Dean Allmark from All Star Wrestling from January 31st, 2009. You can find this divided up in 3 parts on Dean Allmark's YouTube channel, which only has 2.54 thousand subscribers. 14 years ago, he was telling people, hey, we'll train anyone 10 years and up, which in 2024 seems less ideal. But yeah, that match is bang. Dean Allmark, one of the best wrestlers of the 2010s, for certain. Gangrel really in his element, being able to work that kind of camp show type atmosphere. Being the clear heel, jawing with the crowd. I think Gangrel is a better face from being a notable pro wrestler past his WWF run. But that man was not blessed with the good genes in that regard. Also, is that the only reason he made it anywhere in the first place? Who's to say? Guy can work. And that match it's good. It's really good. Definitely recommend it.
We got our first bangin'.
Yeah, first bangin'.
All right.
I think the running theme is that in a lot of times, Gangrel is perfectly good at working matches. It's just that really depends. Like if you stick him in with like G Raver, of course you're gonna have a bad.
You stick him in with Tommy Dreamer.
Well, Tommy Dreamer's up there with the corpse of Vader.
I might take the corpse of Vader.
Yeah, last year it was either last year or the year before they were doing a show in White Plains, and I went. It was Tommy Dreamer versus Kenny King for the digital media title, and I went to the show on a lark, and they were doing the whole thing with they had like Beulah and his daughters in the audience cheering him on, and the entire time I'm just watching it like they should be in the audience being like, please stop doing this to yourself, because he did not look healthy or well or like he was moving without pain.
When was the last time he looked like he wasn't moving without pain?
Good question. I don't know. Maybe.
Was there a point?
I think he, once he gained all that weight from drinking all that fucking tobacco spit, what they kept feeding him in all those raw skits, and then he just never lost the weight.
Anyway, I found a Gangrel versus Jerry Lawler match from 2014 that I will be watching for next week's episode, because that does seem
sounds
good shit.
Yeah,
that's probably good.
Also, this Dean Allmark YouTube channel is it's a gold mine here.
Oh, have you never been on there?
I've never been in here.
Oh man,
I'm in
that
for.
Man was hosting.
This is I can already tell you what I'm watching next week is going to be.
Everything on Dean Allmark.
It's just like I just cleared out his YouTube channel. All right, did you watch any other Gangrel?
No, I watched 2 Gangrel matches.
I also watched 2 Gangrel matches, and they feed into each other. It is Gangrel versus Jacob Fatu from February 12th, 2022, out of CCW, Coastal Championship Wrestling in Florida. They have a match that I am sad to say is mostly fangin. But the finish is banging. The finish is Jacob Fatu is just headbutting the hell out of Gangrel, and the referee tries to stop him, so he pushes the referee, headbutts him some more, busts Gangrel open, shoves the referee again, DQ, fuck finish. We're all sad. But 2 months later, they come back April 22nd, Gangrel versus Jacob Fatu in a no DQ match, and this is banging. This was awesome. They go all around the little I don't know where they're in, the little gymnasium they're in. Gangrel hits them with tables and trash cans. Gangrel just gets busted open again. And like Jacob Fatu is, not always a generous worker, but he must really like Gangrel or just respect anyone that was in the Attitude Era, because he lets Gangrel beat the shit out of him.
Gangrel was one of his trainers.
Oh, well, there you go. That answers that, because that's how this is wrestled. This match fucking rules. And then Gangrel beats him clean as a sheet, which didn't see that coming. Some bad guys try to come in post-match, and there's like, Jacob Fatu's like, no, I respect Gangrel now. And like, chases him off. And it's just good shit all around. Cage match has it listed as 25 minutes. Which I don't think it's that long, because the file on YouTube is shorter than that. Maybe they cut it and I didn't see. But definitely banging. And I wanted to see what Gangrel was doing in, the recent history. And he still rules. I know I saw him live within the last 5 years, and he took just crazy bumps, like a bump from the apron to the floor, a bump from the apron to a casket, and just stupid shit he didn't need to be doing at, 50-some years old, whatever he is, in front of 200 people in West Virginia. So, Gangrel definitely, as a person, maybe not a person, let me back that up, as a wrestler, is banging.
I think we're gonna have a unanimous vote on that one.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get any pushback there. Now, Sam, I know that you watched non-Gangrel wrestling this week. Would you care to talk about that? No, he does. Oh, he's muted. All right, I'll talk about the non-Gangrel match I watched this week. Well, not match. This podcast has ruined me as a person and as a wrestling fan. And what I have done is watched 6 JCW live events that have taken place since the last time we recorded this. The last 6 days since we recorded this, from the 23rd until yesterday, JCW has gone live every single night. I haven't watched them all live, but I have watched every single one of them.
I'm already everyone
so
on all the teenagers on the Discord are all making fun of me because I'm watching all these GCW shows, and I got to a point where I was like, I can't watch 30 GCW shows in a week and watch 30 JCW shows in a week. Something has to give.
You chose poorly.
Yeah.
Not really.
I'm really.
Oh, go ahead.
Can I interrupt and say I'm really upset because I just found out right before we recorded that JCW did one of these tapings last night in Milwaukee.
Oh yeah, you should have been there.
I should have been there. I could have seen Mike the Nurse, aka Mosh Pit Mike, versus Mickey Knuckles. I could have seen Baba Thunder, the former Baba Tunde, versus Briar Wellington, the Richie Boy. I could have seen Officer Colt Cabana versus Luigi Primo, the pizza guy.
That's the three-way featuring Evolved Superstar Caleb Conley versus Mecha Wolf and Tarzan Duran. Definitely top 3 show to happen on this six night tour that I've seen so far. If that tells you the kind of wrestling I've been watching.
It does.
It's weird. I mean,
I'm shocked any of you are here tonight, to be frank.
I'm
surprised we didn't have to cancel the episode because of JCW.
I'm going to be watching it once they go live. They haven't gone live yet. Oh, before they go live, they
are live.
Oh, they are. Oh,
I saw it. I was on YouTube watching Dean Elmer versus Gangrel.
Oh, I guess I didn't refresh the page. They are live. You're right. Okay, but every single episode has had between 300 and 500 people watching live. Every single one of these shows has hundreds of people at them on weekdays. Like these, they had weekend shows, but like there was a show last night on a Monday in Milwaukee. Hundreds of people in the audience. But before every time they go live, they replay the end of the season finale with all of the cameos. They're getting their money's worth.
Yeah, it's an investment.
So are these, when they do this, is this accompanied by like an ICP concert of any kind, or are they just? I
know Devil's Night is
just the rest.
Like the big one that's coming up on Halloween. That one is, but I don't know that there's. I mean, maybe there is. Maybe that's why they're drawing so big. I don't know. It's funny because like there's pre-tapes, there's real production put into these shows that are so fucking weird. You mentioned Baba Thunder, the former Commander Aziz, and whatever else he went by in
Baba Tunde.
Yep, there it is.
Former Evolved Superstar Baba Tunde.
Now they're building towards him and Painful Paul, which I'm guessing is going to happen at Devil's Night, because they're both big boys. Painful Paul's 7 feet tall. Baba Thunder's, maybe not that tall, but close. And what's strange about this is almost every single night they've done, maybe even every single night, they've done Battle Royals. And that's been the most of the build for Baba Thunder and Painful Paul. Except the first night, Painful Paul and Baba Thunder were in it together. And Baba Thunder just threw him out of the ring like it was nothing. So it's like after that one, they decided, hey, we should build up to a big clash between these two. But we've already seen it. So since that point, they've separated them. They haven't been in the ring together at the same time. They've come out. Like last night, you could have saw Baba Thunder cost Painful Paul the win in the Battle Royal so Swaggle could win. That's the kind of stuff we're getting. So that's the big match coming up on Devil's Night. The other one is Matt Cross, our champion. We watched him. We chronicled his rise on this podcast. When he gets the title, one of the pre-tapes is he really, really wants to defend it against Willie Mack, which makes sense because Willie Mack gave him 700 shots. And for whatever reason, Violent J, the babyface commissioner, is like, nah, I don't like rematches. Which doesn't make sense because all these shows are rematches. He says that, like in a pre-tape, like, I don't feel rematches, man. Matt Cross hands him the title. He goes, well, I can't be champion. It's very dramatic. And then later, they just announced that, like, Joe Drumbowski just goes, it's going to be a 3-way. Because Alpha Wolf had already had the title shot against Matt Cross. I don't know why. I don't remember Alpha Wolf earning it. Mecha Wolf, sorry. But then they go, it's going to be a 3-way. And then the next show, they do a pre-tape pretending we don't already know it's going to be a three-way, where Violent J goes, you know what, I've thought about it. Let's make it a three-way, and hands him the belt back.
You know, they had a mini tour of Juggalo Championship Wrestling between the second Lunacy taping and this run of shows. So we have already missed out. Like, who knows if they even made tape. Matt Cross defended the title against Sami Callihan.
Oh, shit.
And, you know, that's just out there in the wind.
We'll never... And I mean, after starting Thursday, I'll never see these, but they're going to go on Thriller. So might as well, they might as well not exist.
I'll let you know how they go.
Okay.
I've got the... I'm the token Thriller subscriber podcast.
Sam's been telling me again and again Thriller's dead, so I'm like, well...
Well, that's kind of why I started this whole like watch every 2024 GCW show, because I'm like, well, I gotta watch him before Triller fucking goes belly up.
Somehow not yet. I'm shocked, making me look the fool.
Oh, they're getting that Juggalo money.
Yeah, they're signing new people. That's basically the Mosh Pit Mike does a new gimmick every night. It's very strange because like you get things like Bangin Matthews versus Facade and Danny Moe, and I've watched so much shit wrestling that I go, you know what? This is pretty freaking good. Like I get really into it. Like I'm I think that Bangin Matthews are some of the best workers in the world because I'm like, hey, this is actual pro wrestling. Almost nothing looks stupid.
Almost.
Oh, I mean, there's still some pretty stupid
in a
shit.
match with Facade.
Yeah. Facade is one of the tighter workers on these shows, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, oh, that's great. God bless.
But what is that? I mean, that puts me at double-digit hours of JCW in the past week, and I don't know why I did it, and I apologize to myself and everyone listening. Sam, what did you watch that wasn't Gangrel? And please tell me it was not JCW. That'd be a crazy time for you to jump in, by the way. Post-season finale?
I can't. It's too late for me. I have to move on with my life. I did watch the main event of the KT2 show. Murakami and Nomura versus Abe and Ishikawa. Anyone else watch that?
I watched that. My hot take is that the other tag match on the show is better.
I did not watch the other tag match, but you know what? I don't doubt you. I don't doubt you 100%. This was good. This was really good. My frustrations with Abe have not been resolved. This was definitely a little corny at times. I don't know why it has to be this way, but it must. It is just built into their DNA. Murakami looks old. Despite what Phil Schneider is tweeting, he does look old. Same with Ishikawa.
Oh,
appreciate them both dearly.
Phil Schneider's trying to say that he's not looking old.
He said they turned back the clock.
They didn't turn it back far enough.
They didn't turn back far enough. But still, old Ishikawa is better than most. I would say 99.9% of U.S. indie workers, I'm going to take old man Ishikawa over them. But good match. Then I watched a couple of matches from Hard Hit from September. Dan Tamura versus Yuta Kobayashi. Dan Tamura, cool wrestler. He just kind of acts like a little bit of a bully in this one. I gonna be honest with you, didn't quite put together what the finish to this was. I believe Dan wins on points. There's a lot of matches, him kind of just bullying Kobayashi around whenever he tries to like go in for a takedown or anything. He just stuffs him and makes him look like a little child, which is really good and really fun. Best match I watched all week was Ryo Kawamura versus Soma Watanabe, the main event from Hard Hit. This match is great. Everyone should watch it. Rocky Kawamura is great. He's awesome in it. Just kind of big dog Soma for a lot of this match. The finish, I think, is sick, all things considered. So, yeah, everyone jump on this one, especially if you like shoot style. Then, last match I watched from TNA's Bound for Glory in a Monsters Ball match. PCO versus Matt Cardona. Why did I pick this match? I do not know. It's good, folks. It's good. It's just plunder bullshit. But PCO, the man's got it. The man's got it. I was thinking, hey, I haven't heard anything positive about that man in years. He must suck now. I'm not going to watch enough TNA to figure out if that's the case. If this match is any indication, still bumps like an absolute freak. Love him dearly.
Oh, yeah. When he was in Ring of Honor a few years ago, I mean, that's, he was doing the Frankenstein gimmick.
Yeah, 100%.
And
still doing it.
The whole thing, it was, like him versus like Roosh, and the whole idea was just Roosh doing things that would be criminal outside of a wrestling ring, and PCO popping back up. So, I mean, it's an awesome gimmick, and he's awesome. I'm amazed he's still able to pull it off 2024. Hey, if he can do it, man.
Yeah,
and
feels like every
Matt
year
Cardona
now, we're getting closer to drop off. It'll happen one day, but this man is still doing topes to the floor, to nothing, back bumping. He has this absolutely sickening back body drop bump onto steel steps. Matt Cardona looks like shit in here, but doesn't matter. PCO,
yeah,
carries ass.
I'm actually surprised he hasn't gotten signed anywhere.
PCO or Cardona?
Cardona.
Oh man, yeah, no, I hear you. Well, you would think.
He's not great in wrestling. He does a good promo. He's not great in the ring anymore, and he's wearing so much tanner that he looks like he's in blackface. So that's probably a big problem for any PR-minded company. Honestly, I think his role is kind of like the token, guy who thinks he's too good for the indies in GCW. That's probably the level he should be.
No, I'm just really surprised he hasn't signed with WWE again. He's just.
I mean, maybe he'll get the WWE ID deal.
True.
That'd be very funny. That'd be a very funny option here.
I'm looking at PCO on the year. He had a match with AJ Francis at Slammiversary. A Montreal street fight, PCO versus AJ Francis. AJ Francis accompanied by Josh Bishop, Rich Swann, and Smoke Dizza. Famous rapper Smoke Dizza.
I listened to the AAW podcast this week, and I guess Josh Bishop's is always pushing for Kaplan versus AJ Francis.
I would love that match.
That's his dream match. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like Josh Bishop is right.
I just found I found a match that's my new dream match. I gotta find it. It's the Holy Grail. It's gotta be out here from old school championship wrestling. Peace in a Monsters elimination 4-way match. PCO versus Sin Bodhi versus Kevin Thorne versus Haggis in the year of our Lord 2024.
When I pulled up the cage match, I was like, how did Sam not watch this?
I did not know it was out there. I am enthralled. Some would say engorged at this point by this news.
You guys remember when PCO was X in TNA?
It's not about weight limits.
No, yeah, exactly.
Oh.
So, they named the division after.
Sam, you specifically asked us on the podcast to watch a wrestling match.
Oh shit!
And two of us did not watch it. I actually had already watched it, and you didn't talk about it.
Oh, I didn't talk about from is it SVN? Is this what the purchase?
Yeah, 7.
Oh wow, I didn't put that together. I'm gonna be honest with you. Is that bad?
It's not great.
I just didn't say 7. Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, it's Hoodfoot versus Bobby Beverly in a no ropes barbed wire match that was the opener for this show.
Bobby Beverly, friend of the show.
Friend of the show. Almost was on the podcast one time.
Very close.
Very close. Very close. What are you doing to make that happen?
Absolutely nothing.
Wow. Way to be a go-getter. Anywho. Oh man, Gangrel has a lot of history in old school championship wrestling. Anyway, sorry. Man, this match when I get to it's gonna be great because there are multiple Kevin Thorne versus Gangrel matches from that promotion.
Also, there's a lot of history in that match.
I have no idea what that means.
Tell me why you love this no ropes barbed wire match.
That's a great question. I don't know why I love this match.
My problem with it, I'm gonna go ahead and say I liked it. It starts off better than it ends, which is always bad.
100%.
It starts off fucking amazing.
It's too fucking long.
Yeah,
I'll say. This should have been honestly, 5 minutes. These two don't need more than that. This whipped ass for that first 5 minutes. And then it's kind of just a whole bunch of, I don't know. I love this match. I don't know why I wanted to talk about it. I just felt like, Dan, it was important that we talked about it out in the open. This is a no ropes barbed wire match. Bobby's not bleeding a whole bunch here. What's he doing? He getting squeamish out there in his old age?
I don't know.
You gotta talk to him. Gotta message him on Facebook. Say, hey, why are we on the blade here?
Well, I'm looking up.
Hoodfoot.
I found a post. I'm on Facebook. Don't worry. And I found a post 7. The one night only show where it looks like it's Masada and Nate Webb and Schlack and Drake and Bobby Bev and a guy I don't recognize, maybe the promoter, all together. And don't you worry, Bobby Bev, he's throwing up the shocker in 2024. So ain't nothing wrong with Bobby Bev.
Ain't nothing wrong. He's got all his wits about him. God bless.
Speaking of guys who have nothing wrong with them, are you guys excited for Nick Gage coming back in Battleground?
Seems fine and non-problematic to me.
Yeah, I think it's going to go
Battleground.
He's now availably booked through Eric Sims.
Who?
The super agent.
Oh.
People are saying
we're about to have the Nick Gage renaissance.
People are saying Feinstein's not involved there anymore, and in the past, whenever anyone says that about promotion, it's always true. So nothing to worry about.
Okay. Anyway, that's all I got for the week. I don't know why I didn't talk about it. I didn't write notes for it. I think I just had this seared in my brain.
I don't think any of us write notes.
Oh, I write notes all the time. Otherwise, I won't remember a damn thing. I would not make it to the show. I'd be like, I have no idea what I watched. It'd be embarrassing.
We'd still forgive you.
I appreciate that. Did we go through? Did everyone else say what they watched this week?
Yeah.
I think
Gangrel?
so. Yeah, Pat,
I've mostly just been watching horror movies when I have free time.
I was saying, Pat and Chris really took the Gangrel Fangin and Bangin episode literally. They're like, all right, we got you.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
That's fair, honestly. What else do you need?
There's I can't find it now. There's a deathmatch tournament coming up that has well, yeah, always, every weekend, that has I don't know if Nick Gage is in it, but I know Drake Younger and the Kogers and Necro Butcher are all in it, and that's, you know what?
Get the fucking Kogars out of here. I'm sick of them.
You can't.
I'm sick of them.
You can't get rid of them.
I think they fucking suck, and I think we should move on. Give me Masada in 2024. Give me Drake Younger in 2024. I don't need the Kogars. I don't need the Kogars.
Drake Younger, 2024, good wrestler? Too soon?
Top 25 wrestler on the Indies?
Oof. Ooh. Now you talk.
I said a high enough number where you do have to check yourself.
He is a new battle. He beat Schlack for some Battleground Championship Wrestling title. He was there too. Also,
yeah, that's going to be
Gage
is going to be facing Younger for that title.
Oh, that fucking rules. Maybe not Gage in 2024, but the rest of it. You're going to find it's hard to believe you're on Facebook. Drake Younger, separated from his wife.
Oh, no.
What? Love is dead.
Yeah. If they can't make it, who can?
This is where we're going to find out that she was the one with all the QAnon ideas.
I wish that was the case to be. Judging by this Facebook, I don't think that's quite true, but...
No, probably not.
I love to blame a woman, don't get me wrong.
I mean, it would be awesome if Drake Younger just tried to come back and was like, it wasn't me, it was all the Percocets.
Oh my god, that would be awesome.
Perk Younger.
Oh man.
Trying to blame all of his weird political beliefs on drug addiction.
All right. So, what are we going on the site, guys?
That's a great question.
That's a great question.
Should we update on the results of...
Oh, shit. We could do that. Last week, we concluded our very succinct, very short Evolve draft. And the four of us booked cards, and we had you, the viewers, vote on whose was the best. Sam, you ready to give us some results?
We're going to go third, second, first.
Because there's only a punishment for the last place.
There's only a punishment for the last place. So that will be dead. That will be the last thing we met. But I want to give the winner some lead up here. In third place, I will say, we didn't get a ton we got 17 responses here. So 17 people are choosing a lot of people's fates here.
Oh, I'm kind of disappointed in all you guys listening to this.
Well, who's listening to the Evolve cards?
That's true.
We also did run 5 episodes called the Evolve Draft. And this was actually not one of them, called the Evolve Draft.
You bring up some valid points. Yeah.
A little rude on our part, all in all. All right, with 4 votes, Pat's card did make it 3. With 6 votes to get second place, Dan.
Oof.
And in first place, with 7 votes, Chris.
Real fast, how many votes did I get?
6.
That's crazy. That was like 6 of the first 8 votes.
Yeah.
And then no one voted for me after that. I got all my buddies. My people, they vote early. And then Chris had to go convince all his fucking Milwaukee friends, create some Gmail accounts, and steal the election.
Are you saying...
Stop the steal.
The election was rigged?
I'm saying... Sam, how many votes did you get?
And bringing up the rear with a big old fat goose egg, myself. No one voted for the most Evolve card, which does feel overall very fitting.
Well, then I don't want to bring it the mood down, but it becomes like, is Evolve unpopular? Is Sam unpopular? Let's get into it.
That's a lot of great questions. Yeah.
Evolve
Probably not a discussion for today.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
I'm the founder standing. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
I'm just, Evolve, like, IWAMS would have gotten a lot of votes from a lot of people who are engaged by their memories of IWAMS.
Yeah, if only there was an IWAMS draft.
Unfortunately, I think legally we're barred from ever drafting that company.
Yes, it is under protection.
Yes, we legally cannot do that.
I'm still trying to schedule it.
God bless you.
Just trying to work around with everyone's schedule, see who's available when.
You'll get there.
Right.
You'll get there.
I do hope that next year we do get more people turning out for the House of Hardcore draft.
I unfortunately respect House of Hardcore too much to deliver anything less than a House of Hardcore card to the great people of my people.
Well, I should say, either the House of Hardcore draft or the Full Impact Pro, whichever is funnier. 25.
That's a great question. I feel like the audience is too young for the FIP draft.
FIP's still going, right?
Yeah.
Sure, man. Whatever you fucking say. Like, how is it still going?
Just letting you know. Man.
It's on WWN Live.
Pat's
to this day.
Pat's
can't escape.
Draft was so problematic with Evolve. Imagine what he could do with FIP.
Oh, man.
The fucking scum that has gone through that.
Eased from you.
Okay,
yeah,
so
Jason Rand's first overall.
So as our listeners will know, that means that Sam is our loser, and that next week he will have to review one match from each of the other co-hosts. It has to be under 20 minutes. That is the only regulation, as far as I know.
And I have my match already blocked and loaded.
I do not.
I do not either.
But I wanted to be sure who was losing before I picked the match. Because I think you're picking a nice match.
I picked a match that I want to talk about next week, and that I'm excited to talk next week. So, if you guys are okay with it, I want to say it now to, one, give Sam a little, pick me up, and two, so our, what listeners we have can also watch it and get excited.
Let's do it.
I'm taking Sam back to the Rahway Rec Center. September 18th, 2004, the Jersey All-Pro Wrestling 7th Anniversary Show. For the very first match on that card, Justice Payne versus Insane Dragon.
I love it. Incredible.
Yeah, I mean, this match it is a bangin' match. On the fangin' versus bangin' scale, it's bangin' in all caps.
Hell yes. I'm in. I'm excited. Thank you. Also, because I know what Dan can do to a person. So
I'm trying to see how many 20-minute matches 2024 Dragon Gate has put on or some shit. You know what I mean?
Come on. What are we doing here? Why? Why?
How many?
I thought we were friends.
Find the Otis Kogar match. That's exactly.
Oh my god, that is fucking mean. I don't know if physically Otis can go 19 minutes. God.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Don't do the research.
Well, Justice Payne and Izzy from Special K, I'm pretty sure they went under 10, but they packed a lot into that under 10.
Okay. How do you feel about, this is not official, but there's a Hoodfoot versus Journey Fatu versus Otis Kogar match that goes 19 minutes and 57 seconds. Or should I keep looking?
I feel like we gotta keep looking.
Okay, all right. You've seen that one.
You gotta keep looking, just like they're doing for Journey Fatu.
You've seen that. Oh, God. Can I say that people got too mad about that shit? Like, if you thought he was gone,
you can say whatever you want.
If you thought he was really missing, you're kind of an idiot. So, like, I don't really care that you were scared.
I mentioned it on the funniest thing to me was just seeing like Tripping Balls respond with like, "Oh, but he liked one of my posts the other Friday. Anyway, thoughts and prayers to the family."
Chris Hero wrestling genius is like, "Hey, this isn't cool." Shut the fuck up. Your name was Wife Beater when you started wrestling.
Oh my god. All right. What's on the card up on the site this week?
On Thursday, I like to announce it, but sometimes I let people down. Thursday, Rotten Rewatch.
God bless me, because I think tomorrow.
Which show is coming up on Rotten Rewatch?
The debut of CM Punk.
Wow, big one.
Yeah, this is the biggie.
We should also have a new entrant into the World's Most Dangerous retrospective coming.
Yeah, I
tomorrow.
think I have to put my write-up in, but I will do that.
I did not do it last week because I'm a piece of shit. So we're one ahead.
Oh, you
folks.
didn't? Okay, you didn't post the one
The
we were
good
supposed to. Okay.
Yeah. So that'll go up just in time for Halloween. Yeah, so got that coming. Round rewatch. It's been said it cannot be edited out of this podcast.
And I've never missed a deadline.
Truly. A double feature of Koro's recommended matches to watch since I did not put it up last week. And there we go. That's the week. If you have pitches, one, go into the Discord. That's the easiest way to get in contact with myself, Dan or Chris, to say, hey, I'd like to write something. There are very few things we've declined. Just TBH with you. I would like to say we're very discerning people, but as long as you're not a shithead, would love to see if there's something we could put on the site from you.
Pat has something that can go up eventually too.
Yeah, we gotta get him on the.
We keep saying we gotta get him on.
What you gotta do?
And founders.
Wait until after you post the VP 2010s results, and then put up my article making the VP 2010s case for someone.
That's a really good.
That'd be perfect.
That's a really good gimmick there.
I love it personally.
Also, I just think that if there's anyone out there, I think the best wrestling thing I watched this week was a 2-minute long video called All of the Nut Shots in CVW 2002. If anyone's making stuff like that, like just 2-minute videos that are just like a compilation of every nut shot from a single year of a promotion set to the 1812 Overture, call us. You know, we can
Call the
provide
hotline.
a home. And like,
I don't want to fact check it. I don't know if that's
You
rude of
never
me.
do.
But like, is that all the nut shots?
you know,
Great
I hope
question.
so. There was no testicular audit that I could really mount on there, but for a 2-minute video, considering every nut shot is, like at most 2 seconds of footage,
Well, it's a lot of nut shots. Don't get me wrong.
it's a lot of people getting crotched on the rope.
Yeah, they do count every time you get crushed on the ropes. Yeah. But I just feel like you got like Jody Fleisch. That guy falls off the ropes a lot. Does that count? Like, I'm sure he crotched himself at least 4 times in 2020 or 2002.
I know, but is that a nut shot? Like, if he crotches himself,
Okay.
or if someone shakes the rope. Also, sidetrack. How was it that Jeff Hardy's leg drop to the nuts never got him DQ'd? Likewise, the Dudley's headbutt.
You're asking the important questions here.
I'm
It was
starting to
actually a
think that-
shot. It was a headbutt to the midsection.
He just was
His
missing
body incidentally
it?
hit crotch.
Mm. Well, I mean, you can't. I mean, what about the leg drop?
I don't.
Oh, I did watch another match. This makes me think of it because
2002 WWE wasn't on the level.
I watched Damian Wayne versus Tom Latimer for the NWA World Championship, and it came up in my mind because the person recording it is having to explain to their friend like all the rules of wrestling. They're like, when they go outside, they count to 10, and you have to get back inside.
Oh, actually, that makes me think of that Justice Payne Izzy match. You can watch the original version on IWTV, but if you go on YouTube, the only version that I was able to find was one where someone has recorded his own commentary over it. And I didn't sit through that because I was just mystified by the notion of it, but I do kind of want to go back and see.
Do you know the kid's name?
Oh.
Because I think I know.
No, the channel was just called something like Indie Wrestling.
Oh, okay.
Wow, cool. I'll link it in the Discord, but I'm just kind of mystified that there's someone out there who's like, this 2004 JAPW match is great and all, but What it needs is my comment.
Because there's some guy that uploads a lot of deathmatch stuff, and he's always being like, "This, I got you guys. Here's some commentary." And it's just like,
yeah, I mean, the crazy thing to me is that it's a show that had. It's not like it's like, okay, this is like a fan cam where someone's just recording it from the stand, so there's no commentary. There was commentary in the show. It was taped so that Rob Feinstein could settle.
this is a.
I don't know. Yeah. This is just it's a remarkable fan that we exist in.
I think I already follow this.
Magical
I already
world.
follow this YouTube channel because I just recently watched a Kid Cash versus Amazing Red match on it. My YouTube says, don't remember that, but it sounds like me. R.I.P. to the homie. I hope anyone who gets to see this. Justin Payne was a great guy to me all the time. What an athlete too. What an athlete.
There's some really athletic stuff in this match. Most of it is from Insane Dragon, but there's some great stuff.
All right. Well, I think that brings us to the big top. Believe it or not, fangin' and bangin', not the big top. We have a special Hall of Fame big top. Now, I know a lot of people are out there covering the Wrestling Observer Newsletter Hall of Fame, going person by person, telling you whether or not they deserve to be in, talking about how Takayama doesn't deserve to be in, bullshit like that. We're going a different way. We're going through...
A lot of people pretending that they care about Zane Bresloff.
There's a lot of Zane Bresloff talk. The non-wrestler category, the best category of them all. We're going to get deep into Ted Turner lore.
Thank God.
Someone's got to do it. I'm trying to figure out who killed WCW. I want to get to the bottom of it. But our criteria is, are they a better entrant into the Violent People Hall of Fame than John Cena? Pretty clear cut.
It's a lovely idea.
Yes.
It's been a while. Do we have any particular criteria that we're measuring by for the Violent People Hall of Fame?
No, it's should they be in.
Okay. It's all the Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame always has like the arguments over who drew over a sustained period,
Historical relevance, match quality.
No,
and then they just
vibe-based.
fucking vote in Tomohiro Ishii anyway.
Oh.
Entirely vibes based.
Yeah, it's like should they be in the Violent People Hall of Fame? That is it.
And specifically, are they a better candidate than John Cena?
Yes.
And there are people on this list who are, in fact, in the Violent People Hall of Fame.
Which is an easy one then.
Well, then the question is, are they so good that they deserve it twice?
Well, I was just going to say, John Cena, clearly the worst member of the Hall of Fame. So if you're in the Hall of Fame, you deserve to be in there. Over John Cena. I'm trying to find the list of who's in it. So...
I mean, there's John Cena, and then Tenryu.
A more prepared
that's pretty much
podcast would have this, but I do not. So we're just going to say...
I know Tenryu was in it, Terry Funk.
Inoki, Jay
Inoki.
Briscoe, Onita.
Did Takayama get in? He should have if he didn't. I'll have to dredge it back up. Alright. So let's start out in... I think we decided not to do the historical performers because old people suck. I don't know if we had like a good reason. But let's just jump right into the modern performers in the US and Canada. Asuka. Chris, what do you think?
Ooh. Yeah, I'd say I would put her above John Cena in the Violent People Hall of Fame.
Pat?
Some great stuff in her Japan run.
Yeah, she's one of my all-time favorites, so easy yes for me.
Okay. I'm going to shock you. It's a no from me. I tried to pander to you motherfuckers. I put up Megumi Fuji, and I didn't get, no, oh, I don't even know who I'm talking about. Put up Megumi Kudo, not Fuji, and I didn't get her in, so fuck all you guys.
Did you just mix up Megumi Kudo and Ricky Fuji?
No, Megumi Fuji and Megumi Kudo. Same first name, so I think that's fine.
I still think you did, but okay.
Ricky Fuji should be in too. All right, do you
Ricky
Sam,
Fuji should absolutely fucking be in the final.
Sam, is Asuka a better candidate than John Cena?
Yeah.
Okay. The Briscoes, that seems pretty easy. I mean, I think we're going to be 4 yeses, right?
Yeah, I mean, Jay's already in.
Exactly.
Mark,
I think they should be in as singles, but not as a tag team.
Very precise. Sam, he's in. They're in.
He's in.
All right. Now this one, the Young Bucks, better or worse candidates than John Cena? Chris?
Ooh, there's a tough one because they do have some like crazy bleeding matches. So does Cena. I'm gonna say Cena's a better candidate than the Young Bucks.
Sam?
Cena is better.
Pat?
I could go either way on it. It's an edge case for me. I mean, I feel like you could ask me one week and I'd say Cena goes over them.
No,
another week.
The next one's an edge case.
You know, it's borderline push. Borderline push.
I have Cena in over the Young Bucks, but it's just because of the way their faces look.
Of the ones here, this seems the closest so far.
Okay, fair enough. Edge. That's an easy Cena for me. What about you, Sam?
Easy Cena.
Chris?
I'm gonna say Cena as well.
Pat?
I'm putting Edge over Cena.
Whoa.
What's going on there?
Yeah.
Tell me more about that one.
I just think Edge is really good at wrestling. I mean, he was in the greatest wrestling match ever.
God damn it.
I mean, I think we proved today he's the 3rd best member of the Brood.
His first WWF match, he crippled one of Los Barricos. That proves he's tough.
That's pretty violent, at the very least.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think that has disqualified you from a future ballot, but we'll get into that. Bill Goldberg.
Easy, yes. Easy, better than Cena. Easy.
Ooh. I agree, but less easy. One less easy than you said.
Wow.
I think
that's pretty large.
I mean, Goldberg versus Tank Abbott, Goldberg versus La Parka, Goldberg versus Sandman. Those are 3 all-timers from WWE's canon. Goldberg goes in ahead of Cena.
Are they doing Goldberg versus Gunther? Is that a thing? I don't think any of us watched the product. So
I don't trust them to handle the let's call it the politics of such a match.
I'm gonna guess this is another easy yes, Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Joe's gonna kill you.
What about Matt and Jeff Hardy?
As a tag team, I put them above Cena.
Yes.
I think
as singles, I would say Jeff yes, Matt no.
I reverse that. Yeah, as singles, Matt yes, Jeff no.
So you guys are high on Matt's Ring of Honor turn with Scum.
100%. We got some real Matt haters.
I mean, yeah, it's the WWE ECW.
See, I honestly, as singles, I wouldn't put either of them. But as a tag team, absolutely on.
Wow.
Unfortunately, the Violent People Hall of Fame does not select tag team wrestlers or
don't respect
team.
Well,
then
I guess
on your own merits.
They'll have to get on each other's shoulders and put on a big overcoat.
We have long said teamwork is bullshit. That's just how we feel. Okay. Becky Lynch, the man.
No. Sorry, Rovi.
No, that's an obvious.
Yeah, I think the support of Robert should disqualify her.
She also married Seth Rollins, which come on,
Oof.
that's not great.
Yeah, so she clearly has CTE.
Oh, that makes me. Oh, no, it's a no. This one's tough for me. John Moxley. This is the closest one to me so far.
This is not close to John Moxley clear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I lean towards him getting in, but I could see the argument.
I'm putting anyone who has appeared in CZW as a better case than John Cena, or for our purpose.
Pat?
I remember Renee Paquette telling a story about John Moxley making her watch Samoa Joe versus Necro Butcher. So I think Moxley is in.
Okay, fair enough. When I was watching the Danielson match, I find that a lot of times I like the wrestler that John Moxley thinks he is more than the wrestler he is. If that makes
I
any
would
sense.
agree with that,
Yeah.
but I'm also putting him above Cena.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, the outsiders. Hall, yes. Nash, also yes. I don't know why I split them up. I was thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? I think they're both in.
You know, they're in the same category. I'm gonna, commit sacrilege. They're sort of at where the Young Bucks are for me, where it's like, yeah, I could see putting them. I wouldn't complain about them going in over Cena. I also wouldn't complain about Cena going in.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. I feel like these guys are funner stories than they are pro wrestlers.
Yeah.
All right. Chris, what did you say on those guys, on the outsiders?
I have to say yes to Paul. Or sorry, I was reading. I have to say yes to Kevin.
Okay, all right. Which one pissed on Chris Benoit's boots though? Why he was? I think that's Scott Hall.
I think that's Scott Hall.
Yeah, they're both going in over Cena. All right.
Yeah, I don't think Nash pisses.
That's pretty exciting for him. Paul Orndorff. Sam?
No. Not overseen.
I agree.
No.
Pat?
Didn't Orndorff rock Vader's shit?
He did.
backstage? Okay, yeah, then he's in.
Yeah, but isn't Vader famously kind of like a really big pussy for such a big guy?
Yeah, but Vader also had had an eyeball fall during.
That's true. All right. The next one, Randy Orton. This is Cena's obviously better than Orton.
Yeah, I mean, there's no vibe check that would have put Randy Orton.
Yeah, I'll put Cena over.
I mean, Hall of Fame of dropping N-words on Twitch, maybe. But
That's a
other
big
than
that's a
that-
big category, I'm pretty sure.
Interesting strategy.
He's the
that's it.
writer.
That
I'm
is-
saying yes.
Oh, you're saying yes. All right. This one's
Randy, like with the outsiders being more fun stories than they are wrestlers, I think Randy Orton is like more fun gifts than he is a wrestler.
okay. All right. Kevin Owens. Chris?
Oh, fuck that guy.
Oh, fuck that guy right away from Pat. All right.
Get rid of him.
Fuck
My
Owens.
CZW rule,
he's in.
rule that I made up, yes.
Yeah, I think he gets an over Cena.
Nope. Nope.
Knew that was coming.
Yeah, see, Kevin Owens hater. He's not in this list, but Bret Hart or John Cena. Sam.
John Cena.
Gross.
Ridiculous.
That's a gross opinion to have. All right, CM Punk over Cena, easy.
Yeah, CM Punk
Bunker.
in.
Oh yeah.
Chris, is he in?
Bunker.
All right, here's one. Roman Reigns. What are our thoughts, Pat?
I'm putting Cena over Reigns.
Sam?
Give it to Cena.
All right.
Give it to Cena.
Chris?
Cena.
Cena. Though I do think, by the stupid rules of this Hall of Fame, the Meltzer's Hall of Fame, not putting in Roman is like really stupid.
Yeah, that's this is the sort of thing where it's like they make a big deal over like, all these seemingly empirical ways to measure Hall of Fame worthiness, and then he like dithers for years on putting in Roman Reigns, Sting, or whoever.
It's like it's.
I mean, and then he has the shield of like, well, it's the voters.
Well, I mean, it is like funny listening to a podcast where like they're gonna spend 10 minutes talking about whether or not Becky Lynch has like a drawing case, and they'd be like, Roman Reigns, I don't like him, he's out. All right, this guy Cody Rhodes, Cena over Cody.
Cena.
Yeah, no, Cena all the way up.
Chris?
Cody.
Whoa.
Nerd.
Why do you say that? Defend yourself.
The AEW run.
It was the hammer thing, right?
Was it the weigh-in with the go-go?
It was setting himself on fire. It was
neck tattoo.
Neck tattoo. It was the reality show.
It was blowing up his dog.
It was helping me win the Evolve draft.
I still can't believe.
Now we really see what's.
I still can't believe I lost. I was in such a commanding lead. I never even wanted to check back in on the results. I was like, well, this is in the bag. Hubris. All right, Trish Stratus. That's a no from me, surprisingly. What do you guys think?
No.
Yeah, put her in.
Let's give it to Trish.
Okay.
Give it to Trish.
Let's give it to
Listen,
Trish. Sure.
Trish Stratus. Imagine what she had to deal with backstage in like 2001 W.
I mean, with what we saw her deal with on camera.
On camera,
I can only imagine.
Like, yeah, no. So she can be in my Hall of Fame.
She is a much stronger person than John Cena will ever hope.
Yeah.
Okay. Rick and Scott Steiner.
Yeah. Speaking of weird behavior towards women.
And they're both in, especially Scott.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah,
they're in over Cena.
Okay. Yep.
I didn't want to bring up their outside the ring behavior when I'm like endorsing them to go in, but here we are.
Scott Steiner, great wrestler, great driver, law-abiding citizen, Shoney's owner. Rick Steiner also exists.
Did Vordell beat up Rick or Scott? Vordell Walker?
I don't remember.
I don't remember, but Vordell Walker and over Cena.
Oh yeah.
The Usos. That's an easy Cena to me.
Yeah, that's
Easy Cena.
Why the fuck are Jimmy and Jay Uso nominated for the Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame?
They're eating.
They're eating.
I guess.
They're eating.
I
don't know what else you need.
I host a wrestling podcast. I know that they are teamed up again. I'm following it.
Wait, are they?
Yeah, they're back together.
How does that happen?
Them and Roman are facing the new bloodline in Saudi Arabia.
Solo
Who's the new
Sikoa,
bloodline?
Gorillas of Destiny, Jacob Fatu,
Jacob
and Solo
Fatu
Sikoa.
and every bad Islander wrestler on the roster.
You know what?
Yeah.
Crazy Jacob Fatu just kind of walked into WWE and immediately in a top program there.
What's crazy is
Well,
I think he might not be wrestling.
Gangrel
I think
training,
he might be.
that's what it gets you.
I think he might be on the outside of the ring, and those other three are inside, which is real crazy.
What do you mean the other three are inside? What is going on?
No, like
here?
it's a 6-man tag, but I don't think Fatu's one of the three on the new Blood Run wrestling. I think it's Solo.
That doesn't make any sense.
I think
there's not that many wrestlers.
No. So they're doing. They've got it pitched right now where what I think they're doing is that there are 4 members in the new bloodline, and it's going to be a 3-on-3 match.
Oh, but they're not telling
and
us.
It seems like they're not telling us which 3. So I said this on the Discord earlier. I think that and this is what seems logical to me, is they, keep it close to the vest which 3 are going to be in, so that Roman Reigns thinks, "Oh, I'm getting Solo."
Oh,
And
that's
then-
stupid.
And then it's God and Jacob, and Solo ducks Roman, and they keep the program going.
People care about that. Imagine like the people that care about this. That's so shitty to them. The main event it and not have Solo. Who shouldn't be a guy, but is a
I'm
guy.
sure all of the people that pay with their hard-working money to go to checks notes, Crown Jewel,
Yeah.
would be deeply disappointed.
Listen, Peacock's not free. It's like $3.99 a month.
Unless you try to cancel, in which case it might actually just be free.
You have to. Oh, they got the new rules, but for right now, you got to click no like 7 times or cancel like 7
Okay.
times. All right.
I just canceled Paramount Plus recently. Easiest cancellation process known to man. You just said, "Hey, cancel." They're like, "Why? Too much money? Great. See you later." No, they'll try to keep you.
I signed up for 2 years of Paramount Plus for 79 cents a year somehow, I think. And then a year came up and they got me for a full year, and I'm like, "Well, you won that one." That's what you. That's what
would never give you all this money.
That's what you wanted to happen. So I've canceled now, but it's like you got me to pay for a full year, you sons of bitches. All right. Next up, Sid Vicious.
Yeah.
Give it to Sid. Give it to Sid.
I might go Cena over Vicious. I'm sorry, over Sid.
Ridiculous.
I respect it.
Justify yourself.
I think that John Cena has good wrestling matches when Sid Vicious does not, and that has to factor in at least a tiny bit.
Fuck you.
I feel
Counterpoint.
bad for Sid that he lost that the 92 Royal Rumble still, because of that piece of shit Hulk Hogan. Anyway,
Counterpoint. If
they
this
still
is an
call him-
entirely vibes-based Hall of Fame, who can compare to Sid Vicious in vibes?
Vibes of violence.
who's the better softball player?
A lot of softball vibes.
Softball.
How many
Anyway.
members of the Four Horsemen has fucking John Cena almost stabbed?
That we know of?
That we know.
Oh, okay.
That's fair.
I assume that he's at least stabbed Flair at least once.
We still don't know what happened with.
I got questions.
Yeah,
Oh man, I have an opus I'm working on about what really went down there. I'm gonna put it on the site one day when Sam's sleeping.
Is this another chapter of Infinite Best?
It is. What really went down in that home. All right, this next one is John Cena over Bray Wyatt, or I'm leaving the show.
Yeah,
I'm
unfortunately.
like, yeah. Unfortunately, you're staying
Okay.
because
give it to
yeah, fuck Bray Wyatt.
Well,
give it to
alright.
Cena. Well, hey, R.I.P.
Yeah.
Rest in piss, Bray Wyatt.
He had a couple. He was fun in some 6-mans, and the greatest wrestler of all time had fun matches with him. So there's that. Sami Zayn. That's him over Cena.
Put in Zayn.
I'm going Cena over Zayn.
Going Cena.
So you guys voted Owens over Cena, but Cena over Zayn.
Yep.
No, I picked Cena over both of them.
Okay, that makes more sense. Like Chris, the little ladder I'm building there, I don't totally understand, but
Chris is an enigma.
all right, and that concludes the modern performers in U.S. and Canada candidates. And it seems like a lot of them should be in over Cena. I didn't get a lot of clarification. Are we doing any other categories? Is that it?
I think we should at least have a look at.
I think we
Japan.
should mention that everyone in Mexico.
That's when earlier I said I had the people going in over Cena bolded. I have the whole Mexican lucha category bolded.
Oh yeah,
So maybe
Dandy
Volador?
over-
Will someone
Also, maybe Volador.
maybe Volador Jr. Maybe not. I respect that.
That is the only one I would pause on, but even him, I'm putting him in over Cena.
But like El Dandy, easy. Sangra Chicana, easy.
Even the AAA La Parca Jr. Yeah,
He had a great match this year, and he's dead.
Los Hermanas, Dinamita, easy.
Shut the fuck up, Dan.
He was in the Vampiro match. I saw him.
I know.
I'm just saying. My eyes saw him. I don't know what to do with that. Is he on the cage match? I'll have to check if they updated his cage match. Okay, what about Psycho Clown? Psycho Clown's a yes for me, but do you guys have any questions on it?
Psycho Clown, yes from me.
All right.
Yeah.
Psycho Clown is a yes for me.
Okay, so I guess the only one is where you guys land on Volador Jr. It's a yes for me on Volador.
It's a no.
Okay.
Volador Jr. sucks. Just actively hate him.
Yeah, I'm saying no to Melvin for now. That could be swayed.
Now I will say this for Cena. When I list all these guys, I think they'd be cool opponents for Cena.
I would watch John Cena versus Volador Jr.
And you know what? That works because that would be the worst of these matches.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, John Cena versus Masquerita Sagrada would be awesome.
100% it would. I'm not even fucking joking. That would be a great match.
Book it. You got till next December.
Well, I was gonna put it on my Evolve, but it turns out neither. Gabe.
Did you double check?
I did. I messaged Gabe. I posed as a crypto financier to earn his confidence and part of the kimono, so to speak, and he was not happy.
We're coming up on the 30th anniversary of El Hijo de Santo and Octagon versus Eddie and Art Barr from When Worlds Collide. Match fucking rules.
And I was say, the wrong two people died.
I don't have to say that, but I was like, man, maybe I want to write something about this for the site. It's just like a lot of people have fucking written about that. No need for me to.
Yeah.
But a lot of people this year have done like podcasts and writings about it, but they're blowing their load early. It's like the 30th anniversary. Hold it till November. But all right, what about the Japan category? I think I'd put Cena in over Tiger Jeet Singh, and I'd put him in over Miyahara.
I would put him over Zack Sabre Jr. I would put him over Shingo Takagi.
Yeah, I'm putting Cena over Shingo and Kento.
Yes, Kento.
And Kojima.
I think I'm putting... Well, see, it's Kojima and Tenzan as a tag team, but we don't do tag teams. But I would put Kojima over Cena.
And I'm definitely putting Tenzan over Cena.
What about Shima?
Shima, that's a tough one. I do not respect the gate.
I thought you said
I might put John Cena.
I thought you said I do not respect the gay, and I was like, holy shit, what a way to...
No, I respect.
What a way to come out about that.
The gay.
At least you waited to the second hour.
I would put Dan Shokadino over Cena.
Me too.
Hayabusa, absolutely over.
Oh yeah, Fujiwara,
Fujiwara,
easy. Like, Takayama, easy.
Yeah.
Satomura.
Some of them are just layup.
Where are we at with Tiger?
Tiger's a no.
Tiger's a no.
Tiger, we are rooting for extinction.
Oh man. Yeah, there are not many people that I would not take over Cena, but Shima, Tenzan, Hayabusa, Sakaguchi, Kento, Tiger.
You put Cena over Hayabusa?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't love it.
Hayabusa ass.
Hayabusa
ass.
Hayabusa is one of the lower ones on my list, but I'm still probably putting him on.
Have you considered, instead of watching him wrestle, you just watch highlight videos?
You know what? Unfortunately, I have not done what seemingly every other person that rates him highly has done that.
That's the way to do it.
No, I mean, the way to do it is to get into FMW when you're like 14 years old.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't make that happen.
Have you considered he has a really cool mask?
Oof, that's like pretty much one of the only things people have considered.
Have you considered his run as H?
He's got a cool cape too, Sam.
He does have a cool cape. And does have a sad story. So that goes a long way.
All right. Well, that makes me sad, but all right. What about? I think earlier I said we wouldn't cover the rest of the world.
Yeah, we do not. I do not respect Europe.
I
know I know Dan really wants to talk about Killer Carl Cox, but
I respect Meltzer being like Europe, Australia, New Zealand, Africa. The others.
Miscellaneous.
Yeah.
Are there any pro wrestlers who wrestled primarily on the African continent who are in the Wrestling Hall of Fame?
I didn't have
no idea.
I didn't have the list of our own Hall of Fame pulled up. Why would you think that I'd have Meltzer's at the ready?
Well, there's also, I don't think that list is actually posted anywhere. I think it only exists as an audio recording. And I wasn't going to say that. I wasn't going to say this on the episode, but maybe we should put up a page on the website that says, "Here's our BP Hall of Fame."
Well,
I've dabbled spending $200 to get art commissioned for all of it, and then I haven't. And I was like, I'm not going to do it right. Why do it at all?
Do you want me to mock something up? I'll do it for 100.
Fucking don't know. I didn't say I want it graphically designed.
All right. I'm just saying.
Think a little bowling trophy of someone gigging their own forehead.
Sounds good.
I think we had a lot of big Hall of Fame plans, and then Cena got elected, and it really put the brakes on.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what would be awesome is a little bowling trophy where the guy on top is just Ian Rodden.
He didn't get in.
Yeah, but it'd still be funny to put him on there.
All right, since we're just breezing through this, is there any non-wrestlers you guys like more than John Cena? Another category that's just like they weren't in the ring, here they are.
Tony Schiavone.
Yep. What about Kevin Sullivan?
No, but I think that's the different. Is that Kevin Sullivan the production guy, or is that Kevin Sullivan the wrestler?
I think here they are like considering Kevin Sullivan as a booker.
Okay, yeah, because it says historical.
God, it's cool that Meltzer's Hall of Fame is even stupider than ours.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's like awesome.
He's got a beautiful mind.
Oh my
god.
Yeah,
he just, his Hall of Fame started with like him going, "Oh, let me just get these 200 wrestlers in off the rip." Such obvious slam dunk. No need for discussion or thought. These are the ones.
I'm honestly not sure why he felt it was necessary to have a voting process for the newsletter that no one has any input into but him. Other than he wanted it to be seen, he just kind of looked at like the Baseball Hall of Fame and was like, okay, we just have to do it like them. That's how it's done.
To be fair, I fully respect it. He was like, hey, this seems cool. I should do something like this.
Well, I like it because you got like
copied.
You got Ric Flair, Casas, Hockenschmidt, the Funks, Vern Gagne, Gorgeous George, and Frank Gotch. My buddy Jim Cornette in 1996. Tom Jenkins, Jerry Law, Jim Londos, and then my buddy Jim Cornette. That's so fucking stupid. If I die, put me in the Violent People Hall of Fame. I'm mad now. I got myself worked up.
I think Jim Cornette has earned a place in the Violent People Hall of Fame just for unleashing New Jack upon the world.
I thought you were gonna say his podcast.
Like if there No, I don't listen to those. But I think like in a historical context, like Jim Cornette goes in like as a booker. Because he gave us all those SMW Tracy Smothers main events. He gave us the Thrill Seeker. He gave us New Jack.
It's true.
All right, he's back in. I had edited him off of
And
Wikipedia.
he also,
but I put him
he
back
also,
in for you.
who was it he slapped? Santino Marella?
Yeah.
Yeah. He ran Kevin Steen out of Ring of Honor. He's done a lot right as a booker.
All right. Well, I feel like since we went through every category, we should just go back up. Any of these old motherfuckers you guys think you'd put in over Cena? I know Sam's putting in the Heart Foundation. Von Erichs, they wrestle barefoot.
You know what, I'm just gonna say no.
Okay.
No, fuck them.
Yeah, fuck you,
Tully
Dusty
Blanchard.
Rhodes.
Yeah, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson. Sorry.
They teamed for like 20 months. Get the fuck out of here. Don't fact check that. I believe that I'm Facebook friends with Wild Bill Curry's grandson. So,
I'm sure you
Tell
are.
him we said what's up.
so I mean, he's over Cena, but the rest of them, no.
Actually, let me say Black Gordman and Great Goliath. I think they're from Mexico, so they should go in overseas.
Well, yeah, obviously, yeah. If you're from Mexico, you get in over Cena. Unless you're Volador Jr., I guess.
Unless you're actually one of our voters.
If you are voting in the Violent People Hall of Fame and you're from Mexico, your vote counts for double.
I was so mad about Cena getting in that I proposed like a voting tier system. I don't know how it would work. It's just like if you're stupid, I think you get less votes.
I think we should just
Which seems problematic.
Round, just have no one from no one from the United States or Japan.
I want to do a round where we only do people that are from Europe, Australia, New Zealand, the Pacific Islands, or Africa.
Exactly. I mean, just rub their faces in like a dog that's taking a shit on the carpet.
Dominic DeNucci. You couldn't get in Meltzer's Hall, but you're in the Violent People Hall of Fame. It feels like we made our point here tonight.
Yeah.
John Cena sucks.
That's what people are saying.
You guys ready for some wacky line questions?
Always.
Do it.
From Eamon. Which horror movie villain / killers could you beat in a fight? Sam?
Eamon said he could ankle lock Michael Myers.
He did say that. I thought that was ridiculous, so I just ignored it.
I think I could take
Michael Myers
critter.
You could take a critter?
A singular critter.
This is probably hubris, but I'm not letting the fucking Chucky doll beat me up.
I am taking down Art the Clown because I do not respect him.
You know how I feel about him. That's really rude.
You're terrifier pilled.
That's my shit. And you're really gonna come out here and say that?
Yeah, I do not respect Art the Clown, and I am whooping his ass.
I love it personally.
All right, Pat, who you beating up?
Well, first off, I'm just imagining like Michael Myers in any kind of joint lock, like a character famously known to express pain. But no, I'm comfortable with my place in the world. In a horror movie, I would be like not the first guy killed, but one of the people who's like not even really killed on camera, kind of like just to establish that the killer is still out there and they're still coming for the final girl. I would be like a corpse just laying by the side of the road that they stumbled. I don't think there's any. I mean, maybe one of like the really little ones, like the Trilogy of Terror Zulu doll. Maybe I could just kick him across the room or something. But no,
it's funny you frame it like that.
Shit rocked. I'd die.
Our next question is which VPR host would survive classic horror movies? So it's funny you frame it like that. You know you're gonna die. Do any of us think we're gonna live? Because I went to some haunted houses this month, and I'm a pussy. I scream, I jump. I'm getting murdered.
I respect the question asker trying to set up the gotcha of getting one of the hosts to admit that they would be the final girl.
Tim.
No, I'm.
Oh God.
If it's not Art the Clown, I'm getting my ass kicked.
Anybody but Art the Clown got you. Tim wants to know why there's so little Lucha Resu representation on the VPR, and I will say that if it makes him feel better, anyone who's ever wrestled for Michinoku Pro gets in over Cena.
Yeah, put Taka in.
Oh yeah, 100%. Taka.
Dick Togo, put him in.
Great Sasuke should be in every Hall of Fame. He should be in like the WWE Hall of Fame. He should be in like the Baseball Hall of Fame. He should definitely be in the Political Sex Scandal Hall of Fame.
Men's Tayo, put him in.
I'm even saying like I know that I've written about Bobby Blaze versus Chad Collier from M-Pro. Both those guys going in.
There you go.
Just anyone who's ever just, done a tour.
Dirt Bike Kid, 100% BP Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Okay. Ollie wants to know, like women?
I think that's targeted to one host.
Who's that?
That would be you.
Oh, I like women. I love women. Keep them out of the wrestling ring. All right, next question. If you were in a plane, this is from Fool. If you were in a plane crash situation and had to eat a buddy, which part are you chowing down on first? They want us.
Well, obviously the dick.
No, they want us to say dick. I'm going after the butt. Give me the.
I'm also going the butt.
Yeah, give me that meaty ass.
They call them little piggies for a reason. Give me them toes.
And I need you guys to know you're my 3 buddies.
I did not like how Sam delivered that answer.
No, I'm gonna edit that out and probably delete the podcast from Transistor.
No. That could be our new wacky line intro theme. That's our new wacky line drop.
Oh God.
You okay there, Dan? What's going on?
I think it was last week. Was it last week or this week? Someone was saying Bix was gonna be on the show, and I was really looking forward to that, and we didn't get it. But it might have been last week.
And we had to respect Bix because he
did
an important story.
Yeah, it's a real fucking bummer when he does that. Because I respect anyone that wants to dunk on him. Like, yeah, I get it, but like, no, this is real.
He seems to be the only one that will do that.
No other reporters are even a little interested in that.
He's the only wrestling journalist I know of who's been on True Enough. So, whatever that counts for.
This is maybe not
for Dan, it counts for a lot.
This is not a wacky line question in particular, but Justice wants to know, who do I DM pitches for violent people to? We covered that. Any of us. We want what you have to say.
Not me. The other
theory, you also could email us.
Yeah.
Or send us a DM on Twitter. I will say we'll probably be slower on both of those accounts.
I'll see the Twitter. I don't think anyone's seeing that email.
I'm looking.
Okay.
I'm looking every other day.
You should CC Tanner on them as a bit.
Well, I was going to say, I have 3 more questions, and one of them is, Tim wants to know, Tanner still handling founder business behind the scenes?
Not at this time.
That is the official line that you gave in the Discord. All right.
Yep.
Another from Eamon. Who is your favorite detective? I've had a hard time with this one, so I need someone else to go first. Pat, who's your favorite detective?
Hard to go wrong with some of the really classic ones like Philip Marlowe, whether in written form or in movies. Nick and Nora from the Thin Man series. I mean, I thought about this a lot longer than I should have, but I ended up coming back around to like, okay, yeah, I like the classic. Philip Marlowe in movie form, you've got Elliot Gould in The Long Goodbye.
Very true. You've got Liam Neeson in Marlowe.
Sure, that takes a few points off, but I think Elliot Gould more than makes up for it. Is the Taken guy a detective?
No.
No.
He has a particular set of skills.
Well, but I mean...
I think his, backstory, he was, special forces or something.
Yeah.
Some shit.
That's lame.
Columbo.
Columbo's good.
Olivia Benson.
I was going to say, I think I have to go with Benson or Munch.
What about
specifically Benson, not Stabler?
I mean, Stabler would not be my top 5 Law and Order detective.
Wow.
Interesting.
I hate to say it.
See, I see Stabler and Benson as like a double act. I'm not really interested in like one of them without the other.
Oh, I didn't watch in the live 2021.
I was saying,
SVU.
Olivia's got a lot of run without him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not here for any of it.
Ridiculous. Show a little respect. How about that?
No.
Wow. Okay.
What about Vincent D'Onofrio?
Listen,
as
it's my
Detective
official stance that I do not respect.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And that's why Philip Marlowe gets the edge and Nick and Nora private in service of free market capital.
Anyone ever seen Luther with Idris Elba?
Yeah, that's actually a good show.
I don't know that it's actually good, but I love it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's a more accurate way.
I think it maybe is secretly a really stupid show, but like John Luther, the character, is like really fun to watch. So
yeah, I mean that's kind of the detective show as a format is kind of a thing where it's like, okay, everyone in the world is both incredibly clever and also has brain damage at the same time. And then the detective is the one who, can pick up on the Riddler's clue.
all right. I think we had one more. Oh yes, this one. Over under on Vince Pro Wrestling.
We can't do this.
No, I need somebody to tell me what the fuck that means.
And I believe we clarified this is just is this actually happening, or is Vince going to die, or get booted, or run out of money?
Do I set the over under at 0.5 on number of companies Vince is starting? Is that what you're asking me? Okay, I'm gonna go over. He's gonna start something stupid. Oh, is it? Okay. Did they ask wrestling? Oh, they did say wrestling. It's probably under. He's probably not stupid enough to start a pro wrestling company.
Yeah, no, it's under because he announced that he's working on a film and TV.
Yeah, it's going to be just the worst shit in the world.
The thing to bet on is No Holds Barred 2. It's going to be like fucking Creed with Hulk Hogan as Rocky.
I'm going to bet if he does it.
What if it's like Stallone? Sorry, not Stallone. Balboa.
I'd still watch it, especially if they brought back the Dookie guy.
There you go.
You think he gets Cena to be in one of his movies?
Yes. Yeah. No questions asked.
As long as the movie doesn't say anything controversial about Taiwan, yeah.
All right, I think unless you guys have anything, I don't know. Is that all our wacky line?
Scrolling.
Oh, I'm a liar. What is the official violent? This is from Cole. What is the official violent people stance on Pol Pot?
Bad.
Bad? Not as bad as Dean Malenko.
Second most controversial line in Holiday in Cambodia about the dead can. The first most controversial line I can't remember.
Sam?
There you go.
How do you feel about Pol Pot?
I'm with you.
Okay, making sure you weren't like quietly pro Pol Pot. I would hate you don't get a chance to say your piece if that's how you feel.
Yeah, we do support the marketplace of ideas.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, like you hate Bret Hart and you love Pol Pot. If that's how you feel, you can say it. I don't like it, but you can say it. All right, that is our show. You guys should all check out violentpeople.co. We have some stuff coming there in the next. We have stuff coming in the next 3 days. So that's pretty exciting.
It's busy.
Yeah, busy time. Do any of you guys have any specific plugs you want to do?
Continue supporting Quentin's GoFundMe.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll put it in the show notes again.
And everyone have a happy and safe Halloween.
Oh yeah, happy Halloween. Hope it's
happy Halloween.
I hope it's banging, not fangin.
Yeah, everyone. I hope everyone has some good sex on Halloween.